Hi, and welcome to Growing Up Guide Pup. This week we joined Ricky's puppy group again and did a group outing. We went to Paramount's Great America, and this was Ricky's very first time at an amusement park. So because this outing was going to be a little on the challenging side, a lot of stimulus, because an amusement park is a very, very busy place and very loud place, only the older puppies were allowed to go on this outing. So Great America is a really big amusement park, which is another reason why only the older dogs were allowed to go. They need to be able to hold their potty and not have any accidents on the way. We were there for a good hour and a half to make sure we covered all the ground and were able to expose all the dogs to all the things we wanted to expose them to. So to start our outing, we had to first go into the park, which we had to go through a metal detector. Now most of the dogs haven't been through a metal detector before, and this was Ricky's first time going through a metal detector, and they all seemed to handle it without any problems. As we were walking through the park, not only did the dogs have to deal with the crowd, but they had to deal with the fact that there were other dogs there. Now granted, the dogs know each other from the group, but it can sometimes be distracting to be walking through an area and be on an outing with the other dogs. So if you recall, if you've been watching all of our episodes, in week 23, when we went to the Giants game, and then again in week 30, we took Ricky miniature golfing, we did a lot of work on her ball distraction issue. So one of the employees there was very nice and just stood there bouncing the ball so we could take the dogs up to the bouncing basketball one at a time to see how they all handled it. Ricky, being ball distracted, seemed to be doing really well with this. She's doing a really good job being able to maintain focus. She'll look at the ball, but then when I'm ready to move on, she comes right with me without being too distracted by it and staring at it like she used to. So there's an area in the park set up for kids, and it's a Peanuts theme. And there was a photo booth where you could take pictures with some of the favorite characters of the Peanuts group. The first character we came across was Sally. Now, there's another puppy in our group whose name is Norton, and he handled Sally just fine. Very comfortable with somebody dressed up in a big costume, no hesitation whatsoever. Ricky, we took to see Sally, and she showed a little bit of hesitation. She went up to her and got some pets from Sally, but at one point she did back away a little bit and have to take a look at Sally and be like, is this really somebody I want to say hi to? But she regained her composure and was able to keep going and say hi to Sally and then move on without any problem. Another character we came across was Snoopy. Now another puppy in our group whose name is Cecil loved Snoopy. Absolutely was having a great time with Snoopy, had no hesitations or reservations about this person dressed up as a dog, and handled it just fine. Ricky was next to go to meet Snoopy right after Cecil, and she watched how everything was going, but all of a sudden she decided Snoopy was kind of scary and didn't want to go up to Snoopy at all. She was afraid and just really reserved about it. So we try not to push her in these situations. If she's not comfortable, we're not going to make her do something that she doesn't want to do. So we get moved on and let the other dogs say hi. So if you tuned in and watched week 33, our puppy pool party, Ricky had a great opportunity to play in the water and go swimming. And it's no secret Ricky loves to play in the water, but she also needs to learn when it's playtime and when it's work time. While we were in the kid area, there was a huge water maze. Now I thought this was a great opportunity for me to take Ricky and walk her by it, because after swimming a couple weeks ago, she had it fresh in her mind that water's a fun thing to do and play in. Well, it was time for her to remain focused and work through it and not play in it. She's old enough now to learn the difference between playtime and work time, and she has to know the difference when it's okay to go run around and play in the water and when it's not okay. When she's got her jacket on and we're working, she needs to keep her composure and pay attention to the directions I'm giving her and resist her temptation to go run and play. One of the rides that Ricky got to witness was a water ride. People sat in a boat and went down a big drop and had a huge water spray come up at them. So of course, being an amusement park, there were lots of different roller coasters there. So we took this opportunity to expose Ricky to all the different types. There was a wooden roller coaster that makes all kinds of noises. It rattles, it shakes, it creaks, and which is very different than the metal roller coasters that were there. They're also very loud, but they make completely different noises. And of course, the really big one was the drop zone ride, where it takes people all the way up to a very top and comes screaming down. And of course, people are screaming very loudly on this ride. So Ricky handled the roller coasters amazingly well. She wasn't frightened by them, and she was really watching them, kind of curious what they were and how they were working, and she followed them along, but not too intently where she was really obsessed with them. And when it was time to move on, she moved on without any problems and didn't seem distracted or feared by any of the coasters. This was a fantastic training opportunity for all these dogs. They all handled it very well, and it's amazing to see such a young group of dogs be so poised. So thank you to our leaders for arranging this great outing, and to Great America for letting us come. So if you like the show, make sure you subscribe on YouTube and become our fan on Facebook. We really could use the support, and we're really trying to grow our audience. So make sure you tell your family and friends if you like the show, and we'll see you next time on Growing Up Guide Pup.